Warm welcome. You're watching Mission 2024. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. 2 phases done. The third one on the 7th of May, and we find ourselves in the Hindi heartland, practically the heart of India, Madhya Pradesh, between Guna and Rajgarh, the constituencies of two Maharajas who both lost it in the last election 2019, hoping to reclaim. At one end of Guna, you have Jyotiraditya Scindia, Rajgarh, where you have Digvijay Singh from the Congress possibly fighting his last election. Jyotiraditya Scindia fighting his first election on a BJP ticket. We're going to get you all of that, but first up, taking you through the headlines. Sexual abuse taint on JDS. H.D. Devagowda's son and grandson Prajwal Revanna accused of sexual abuse. Sources say JDS will expel Prajwal Revanna. Final call to be taken tomorrow. Prime Minister Modi slams Congress over fake Amit Shah video, claiming he will end quota for all. BJP moves EC over Shah deepfake video. Sources say Telangana Chief Minister Revant Reddy likely to be summoned for questioning. Rahul Gandhi triggers reservation storm again, reiterates BJP will end reservation, says Prime Minister Modi, trying to finish the constitution. Prime Minister Modi hits back, says Congress misleading the people. Big nomination day in Uttar Pradesh. Smriti Irani files nomination from Amethi. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh from Lucknow amidst big saffron show of strength. Some relief for the Mamata Banerjee government. Supreme Court stays CBI probe in the teachers' recruitment scam. This after Calcutta High Court cancelled over 24,000 teachers' appointments. All right, while we get you the latest from Madhya Pradesh, let's now shift focus to Karnataka. A big political story developing there at the back of an alleged sex scandal. And in the midst of it, you have from the JDS, Prajwal Revanna. The politics behind it, word coming in, he might be expelled by the JDS, who's in alliance with the BJP in Karnataka. Karnataka, half of it already has voted. The south of Karnataka in the second phase. The second half, though, has an election on the 7th of May.
Former Prime Minister H.D. Devagowda's grandson and JDS Lok Sabha election candidate from Hassan, Prajwal Revanna, is in trouble over allegations of sexual abuse. A case has been filed against Prajwal Revanna and his father H.D. Revanna for alleged sexual harassment. The FIR was filed on the basis of complaint by a 47-year-old domestic help. India Today has accessed the FIR, which alleges Prajwal and his father sexually abused the victim in a storeroom. In her complaint, the victim claims that the father and son used to sexually assault women workers at their house. The victim says Prajwal allegedly video called her daughter and tried to flirt with her. The daughter blocked his number. The victim claims she decided to come forward after many sex videos of Revanna were widely shared among public. Prajwal Revanna has left the country even as the Siddaramaiah government ordered an SIT probe. Prajwal's father and co-accused H.D. Revanna called the videos a conspiracy.
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ರಾಜಕೀಯದ ಇದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಈಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅವ್ರದ್ದಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು, ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಇವ್ರೇನು FIR ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ? SIT ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತ?
JDS leader and former Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has distanced himself from the scandal that has hit his brother's family.
ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ? ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಕುಟುಂಬ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಹಾನ್ ಭಾವರು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋರ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿಜ. SIT ರಚನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. SIT ರಚನೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಲೇ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು.
Meanwhile, BJP leader Deviraj Gowda has revealed that his party did not heed his warnings about the sex tapes before stitching an alliance with JDS.
प्रज्वल रेवन्ना का अपोजिट इलेक्शन पिटिशन में मैं अपोजिट कैंडिडेट है, मैं पिटिशन है 2 of 2019 वो इलेक्शन में वो तो कन्विक्ट हो गया प्रज्वल रेवन्ना को, वो डिस्क्वालीफाई हो, इसका बाद वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आके स्टे ले लिया.
The Congress and JDS ally BJP traded barbs over the sex scandal.
ನಾನು ಪ್ರಜಾರ ಅದು ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತದೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ಕೇಳೋದು ಬದಲು ನೀವು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ನಾಯಕರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಶೆಟ್ಟರ್ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ MP ಅಂಗಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏನು, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕು.
ನಾನು ಯಾವುದೇ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಇಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾನೂನು ಏನೈತಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೇ, ಆ ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಮ ಆಗ್ತದೆ.
Many of the sex tapes that have become public are from a few years ago. Prajwal Ravanna has got a court injunction gagging media from reporting about the sex tapes. And all this while no investigation was even ordered. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, the latest news that we are breaking in is that we gave you an indication of the JDS might be having its core committee tomorrow, and in all probability there is a decision or at least an acceptance of the fact that they need to take some action immediately where Prajwal Ravanna is concerned. Joining me for more on this news break is my colleague Naga Arjun Dwarkanath live with us. Naga, what could be the action that could be taken by the JDS? Practically painted in a corner now. You still have a phase to go, and that phase comes in immediately on the 7th. Okay, we don't have Naga Arjun. We're going to try and cut across to him in a short while from now. But that's the latest news break that we are getting in, that the JDS's core committee meeting will be taking place tomorrow, and up for discussion will be whether to expel Prajwal Ravanna or not. In all probability, indications coming in, all right, that he could be expelled from the party. My colleague Naga Arjun joining us live for more. Naga, what can we expect? Because the third phase of election coming in, where the second half of Karnataka, the northern belt, goes into vote. Important that at least the alliance, where JDS and BJP is concerned, optics-wise, looking to take some action to try and damage control.
Has been made is what we are told from our sources, that JDS will have a core committee meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow in Hooghly city, and the decision to expel Prajwal from JDS will be put out, and a lot of pressure mounting on the JDS Supremo Devegowda and San Kumaraswamy from the MLAs that they have to take a decision on Prajwal, and after contemplation the party is likely to put out a statement tomorrow expelling Prajwal Ravanna from JDS. Remember, he's also the grandson of Devegowda as well. The party core committee will meet at 10 a.m. in Hooghly, and the expulsion will be put out, the formal expulsion order will be put out tomorrow morning itself.
Naga, stay with me. Word coming in right now from HD Kumaraswamy. Let's quickly listen in. Damage control, the JDS will, on the back foot now, need to take some visual in terms of optics, politically speaking, action where it comes down to taking action against Prajwal Ravanna. Listen in to HD Kumaraswamy.
ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನೆ ದಿನವೇ ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರೇನೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ಕುತಂತ್ರಗಳು ನಡೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನಾಳೆ ದಿನ ಹುಬ್ಬಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋರ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಂಸತ್ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಂದ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರಿಗೆ ನಾನೇ ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಅವರು ಸಹ ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವು ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಿನ್ನೆನೇ ಆಗಿದೆ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ. ಆದರೆ ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಕೆಲವರು ತುಂಬಾ ಆತರ.
What we are getting in, viewers, is that the core committee meeting in all probability now will take a decision to expel Prajwal Revanna from the party. He is already fled to Germany right after the polling happened in Hassan. And the party now looking to fight the third phase where the next half of Karnataka goes into vote to take some action on that. We're going to keep a keen eye on all developments. Let's shift focus right now to Uttar Pradesh, Amethi. While we still don't know whether Rahul Gandhi is going to be the candidate from the Congress party from Amethi, we do know that Smriti Irani today filed her nomination from Amethi. Amethi goes to polls in the fifth phase.
अमेठी के साधारण कार्यकर्ताओं में कांग्रेस पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष को उनके बढ़ने
Battle for Amethi heats up. Union Minister Smriti Irani filed her nomination from the Lok Sabha constituency on Monday.
सेवा के नए संकल्प के साथ आज मुख्यमंत्री मोहन यादव जी के सानिध्य में यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी से प्रेरित भारतीय जनता पार्टी की प्रत्याशी के नाते अमेठी की सेवा में आज मैंने अपना नामांकन अमेठी की जनता के आशीर्वाद समर्थकों के सहयोग से भरा.
Accompanied by Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav and other BJP leaders, Smriti Irani held a roadshow from the BJP office in Gauriganj before filing her papers.
2024 में जीत का बिगुल अमेठी की भूमि से ऐसा बजे कि इसका गुंजन, इसकी गर्जना पूरे विश्व में हो. अमेठी फिर तैयार है मोदी जी कि अब की बात फिर आ रही मोदी सरकार है.
Smriti Irani had won the Gandhi family bastion of Amethi by defeating Congress leader Rahul Gandhi in 2019. The Congress has not yet announced its candidate for the seat. The UP leadership of Congress wants Rahul to contest from Amethi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra from Rai Bareli, which was represented by Sonia Gandhi.
घोषणा जल्दी हो जाएगी. अभी जो कल लास्ट मीटिंग हुई थी उसमें ये चर्चा का एक बिंदु था, लेकिन इस पे विस्तार से चर्चा नहीं हो पाई. हमको बताया गया कि खारगे जी, अध्यक्ष जी इस पर निर्णय लेकर जल्द घोषणा करेंगे. मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि 1-2 दिन में घोषणा हो जाएगी. 3 तारीख से पहले पर्चे भरने जाएंगे.
Amethi is scheduled to go to polls in the fifth phase of the Lok Sabha elections on May 20th.
With a massive show and support of the workers and the people in general on the roads, Smriti filed her nomination, claiming a victory once again with a bigger margin. But the politics in Amethi is still getting narrowed down to only one question: who is going to challenge Smriti as a barrier for a victory in Amethi for the second time? With cameraman Gaurav, Abhishek Mishra for India.
Well, while the Congress still hasn't given a candidate from Amethi, but it's practically become a Smriti Irani versus Rahul Gandhi contest once again 3.0, because Smriti Irani today, right after filing her nomination, attacked, you got it right, Rahul Gandhi. Listen in to this exclusive chat.
इस प्रत्याशी को लेकर अगर गांधी परिवार आते हैं, क्या लग रहा है, क्योंकि क्या लग रहा है कि इन सांसद की स्मृति ईरानी के चेहरे से डर रहे हैं या भाग रहे हैं या फिर उतारने में?
नहीं कहूँगी, हम मोदी की गारंटी लेकर अमेठी की धरा पर लड़ रहे हैं. अमेठी में जब जो भी कांग्रेस का प्रत्याशी आएगा उनको निश्चित रूप से जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि 15 साल लापता सांसद के परिवार में सत्ता थी केंद्र में, तभी सारे काम क्यों नहीं हुए? ऐसा क्यों है कि 4 लाख परिवारों में अमेठी में टॉयलेट नहीं था? प्रति परिवार अगर आप 4 लोग भी देखें तो इसका मतलब 4 लाख परिवार मतलब 16 लाख लोगों के पास अमेठी में टॉयलेट नहीं था. ठीक है, कोई सोच सकता है कांग्रेस के गढ़ के बारे में. तो इसीलिए हम अपने 5 साल के काम और उनके 15 साल के अगर वो एक भी काम गिनवाना शुरू करें तो इसी के बीच में मुझे लगता है ये चुनाव कंपैरिजन का, एक नामदार का गायब होना और कामदार का काम.
एक आखिरी सवाल लेंगे. अमेठी लोकसभा सीट है और इंडिया अलायंस गठबंधन भी है. कल बसपा ने भी यहाँ प्रत्याशी उतार दिया है, समाजवादी पार्टी कांग्रेस गठबंधन ने लगातार समाजवादी पार्टी के विधायक भाजपा में लगभग कोई गए हैं, तो क्या लग रहा है गठबंधन कुछ असर होगा?
मैं इतना ही कहूंगी कि यहाँ पर जितने भी राम भक्त हैं वो राष्ट्रद्रोहियों के साथ नहीं हो सकते, वो राम भक्तों के साथ ही हो।
My colleague Abhishek Mishra joining us live with more on that chat with Smriti Irani. You know, Abhishek, Smriti Irani filing her nomination, Amethi up for elections in the 5th phase, both Rai Bareli and Amethi. But interesting, Rai Bareli, both the BJP or the Congress, nor the Congress, have announced a candidate. Amethi, what are you picking up from ground? What is the Congress cadre saying? Are they hoping Rahul Gandhi comes in? What are you picking up?
Well, Preeti, one thing is very clear that in Amethi and either in Rai Bareli, you know, in both the seats, it's going to be someone from the Gandhi family only. The reason being is the preparation which we have witnessed on the ground. The guest house has been prepared. There is a team of Rahul Gandhi, and a very internal sources has said that, you know, it's only a matter of few hours, to be honest, 48 hours maximum, that possible, you know, announcement could be made. So that is one thing. And also on the ground, the sentiment looks a bit in favor of the Gandhis as well. We have heard the voices that they wanted, if it is someone from the Gandhi family, then they would be considering it. But at the same time, you know, there are also mixed reaction where some people are also optimistic that yes, Smriti Irani indeed has been consistent enough as a member of parliament and as a union minister. But one thing is very clear that either Smriti, she also has a realization, that's why she was continuously targeting Rahul Gandhi, his brother-in-law Rahul Vadra, and also Priyanka Gandhi on some occasions. So she has a realization that it's not going to be a fair, it's not going to be an easy play for her. And at the same time, the congressman, the cadre on the ground is very optimistic, and they are just waiting for the announcement. So we can certainly expect a very interesting battle once again in Amethi and also in Rai Bareli. But again, remains to be seen in a few hours what is actually happening. And Congress, who is that person who will be challenging Smriti in Amethi? Yes.
Well, definitely what's expected is a juicy contest. Well, at least most journalists are hoping that it's a juicy political contest and Rahul Gandhi takes up the fight of either Amethi or the Rai Bareli battle. But we'll keep you posted. Appreciate you joining us, Abhishek. We're going to keep our viewers posted on that. With that, let's shift focus now. You know, one thing which is really worrying, especially during the times of election and campaigning, are fake videos. And with AI and deep fakes, it's very difficult to actually tell whether it's a fake video until and unless you don't have the original. Now, one of the victims of deep fakes this time around has been Mr. Amit Shah, where his comments on reservation has come into question. The BJP has now approached the EC on this particular deep fake video.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो एक गैर संवैधानिक मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे। ये अधिकार तेलंगाना के एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी का है, वो अधिकार उनको मिलेगा और मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे।
The real video.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो एक गैर संवैधानिक एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी का है, वो रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे। रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे।
And this is how it was doctored and snipped to make a fake video. The addition of tech tools to a vitiated political atmosphere is keeping fact-checkers on their toes. And many videos are now doing the rounds to mislead voters. The latest is Home Minister Amit Shah's doctored video, fact-checked by India Today.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो एक गैर संवैधानिक एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी का है, वो रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे। रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी तो एक गैर संवैधानिक मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे। ये अधिकार तेलंगाना के एससी, एसटी और ओबीसी का है, वो अधिकार उनको मिलेगा और मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन को हम समाप्त कर देंगे।
This video was even shared by the Telangana Congress, which has led to the Delhi police landing up now in Hyderabad. Telangana CM Revanth Reddy has also been summoned now by the Delhi police.
Right now, we are exactly in front of Chief Minister Revanth Reddy's residence here, where what we are hearing is that Delhi police have come here and gave a notice or served a notice to the Chief Minister's office, stating that by May 1, Chief Minister Revanth Reddy has to appear with all the gadgets.
The BJP has lashed out at the Congress for sharing a doctored video to spread fake news, and leading the charge was Prime Minister Modi.
जो लोग चुनाव हार चुके हैं, मैदान खो चुके हैं, ये लोग इन दिनों टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग करके फेक वीडियो बना रहे हैं। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का दुरुपयोग करते हुए उनको सबक सिखाया जाएगा। ये देश का कानून किसी के साथ भी इस प्रकार के खेल खेलने की इजाजत नहीं देता है।
The Telangana Congress sharing this video has sparked a war of words in the state too.
गलत वीडियोस आवाम के अंदर पहुंचाना और लोगों के ऊपर गलत इल्जाम लगाना, खास कर कर बीजेपी के ऊपर जो लोगों के हित में काम कर रहे हैं, इनका ये जिंदगी का आम आदत हो गया है।
बीजेपी 400 सीट इसलिए पूछ रहे हैं, अगर सरकार में 400 सीट के आता है तो 3/4 मेजॉरिटी के साथ ये रिजर्वेशन हटाएगा। इसमें क्या फर्जी वीडियो बनाने की जरूरत नहीं। आज काउंटर कर रहे, आप रिजर्वेशन हम नहीं हटाएंगे, नहीं बढ़ाते बोल के नहीं बोल रहे, क्यों नहीं बढ़ाते?
The controversy has reignited the debate over the spread of misinformation during elections, with a growing demand for stricter regulation and accountability. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, the latest news break right now coming in. The reservation standoff or the face-off between the BJP and the Congress continues. Congress once again today, Rahul Gandhi in a rally reiterated that if the BJP comes to power, they will do away with the reservation by amending the constitution as well. And the Prime Minister, of course, once again hit back and called it fear-mongering. Listen in.
आरक्षण का मतलब क्या है? सबसे पहले कि देश में गरीबों की, दलितों की, आदिवासियों की, पिछड़ों की भागीदारी होगी। यह है मतलब कि देश में जो सत्ता है, जो धन है, उसे न्याय के साथ बिना अन्याय बांटा जाएगा। रिजर्वेशन का यह मतलब है। रिजर्वेशन को खत्म करने का तरीका प्राइवेटाइजेशन, रिजर्वेशन को खत्म करने का तरीका अग्निवीर। जहां भी कमजोर लोगों को थोड़ा सा फायदा मिलता है, किसानों को थोड़ा सा फायदा मिलता है, मजदूरों को, छोटे व्यापारियों को थोड़ा सा फायदा मिलता है, वहां ये लोग, उनका ध्यान चला जाता है, उसको बंद करने की कोशिश करते हैं।
मैं जरा जो लोग आरक्षण के नाम पर झूठ बोल बोल करके हमारे देश के लोगों को गुमराह करने में लगे हैं, मैं जरा चुभने वाला एक सवाल उनको पूछना चाहता हूं। इतने आरक्षण के गीत गा रहे हो, क्या जम्मू कश्मीर में रहने वाले आदिवासी, जम्मू कश्मीर में रहने वाले दलित, क्या वो आरक्षण के हकदार थे कि नहीं थे? जब देश के दलितों को आरक्षण मिल सकता है, देश के आदिवासियों को आरक्षण मिल सकता है, तो जम्मू कश्मीर में मेरे दलित भाई बहनों को, मेरे आदिवासी भाई बहनों को आरक्षण से वंचित क्यों रखा गया? संविधान वहां पर लागू क्यों नहीं किया? क्योंकि वोट बैंक की राजनीति आप पर हावी रही है।
All right, with that, it's a wrap on Mission 2024. Like I said, 7th May is when the third phase of election takes place, especially crucial seats in Madhya Pradesh going into vote, and one of them is going to be the constituency of Guna.